Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Just a time can fancy the hoochie coochie dance. It's a farmhouse dance. Keep your money in your pants.
And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. Fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. All right, Twitch is sounding good. All right, Twitch is sounding good. Sort of good. I don't know. Maybe it's my mic just sounds weird. Sort of good. I don't know. All right, get rid of that. Let's just make sure YouTube is working fine. Where's the volume? Let's just make sure YouTube is working fine. YouTube is working fine. All right, we're good to go. Blux mentioned a little utility for Blender. Nah, I'm not going to do that. We're going to work on boots. if Blux or Emerga pops in, I'm going to look at this utility I downloaded for Blender. Other than that, I think what I want to do is I want to start working on maybe a James Dean outfit. Basically, what Mr. Dean wore in Rebel Without a Cause, which was basically a t-shirt, jeans, and that red jacket, along with a pair of engineer boots. So I think today we might work on the engineer boots. Let's go find some references though for James Dean red engineer boots. And best of all, he did not wear a belt. How cool is that? No belt. So, I'm not just skipping the belt to be lazy. I'm just not I'm skipping the belt because it's authentic. Way to go, Mr. Dean. He was too cool for a belt. And actually, they know the brand of jeans and the make. He wore Lee jeans. There's a certain style, so we can hunt that down. Somebody had like a pair of engineer boots that they claimed were the ones. I mean, and they're a pretty good match. So actually, we're going to start with, because we're going to play with Blender today, so we're going to work on the boots. Tomorrow we can start working on the jeans and the t-shirt and the jacket in Marvelous Designer. But today we're going to do James Dean engineer boots. And we'll see what we can come up with here. Those aren't them. I'll know them when I see them. That's them right there, the Rebel Without a Cause boots. And that did not do anything. Let's see, can I open that up? Open image in new tab. I have kind of double checked and they do kind of look like this. So I think we might try Marvelous Designer to do this. I'm trying to see how this heel is. I think there's a. I wish I could see the back of it, but I think there's a strip that goes down the back onto the heel. Then we have this part here. That is a fair size heel, Mr. Dean. Was he short? I don't know. Let's find out. James Dean height. He's 5'7". Not exactly a giant. So maybe those are about 1.5 inch heels to give him a little more height. Yeah, Santa wore engineer boots. Probably fur-trimmed engineer boots. I'm pretty sure that's what these are called, engineer boots. I think this kind of style became popular in the 20s and the 30s as kind of a working man boot. This pair here actually has the little strap on it. I think we will do the little strap. I don't think I'm going to have it so it's unstrappable, though. I think we'll just set that up and strap it in. And I'm going to see how much of this I can get away with in Marvelous Designer. We're going to start, well, we got to start in Blender because we're going to do the heel. So we're going to do that. Also, if we retexture that jacket to be brown, we pretty much have Arthur Fonzarelli. Because honestly, you stick Henry Winkler's head in this picture and they look more or less the same. Although he had more of an aviator jacket. I think he had the hey. I think he had the scrunchy tops. These are button cuffs, and his collar might have been a little bit different. But you know, we're gonna kind of kill two birds with one stone. James Dean, Arthur Fonzarelli. We'll just use the same outfit. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if the Arthur Fonzarelli look was really. And I guess after James Dean did this kind of became a look for the 50s. What's Rebel Without a Cause? Was that 1955? What do we got? Your props. Real Rebel Without a Cause. That's not them. Those have got the. I don't think he had the buckles across the. I'm not sure he had the buckles across the boot there. Let's see if we can find. Maybe he did. Who's that? No, those are just people wearing engineer boots. That's Marlon Brando. That would be. What was the Marlon Brando movie? The Wild Ones. There's Jimmy Dean. I'm not sure if we can open image and tab. Yeah, I'm not sure he has. Maybe he does have the buckle there. It's hard to say. I'm going to go with these. $19.55, yes. Okay. So anyhow, let's block out the, and we're going to start with Genesis 9 version. I'm going to maybe, what do we think that is? Is that like an inch and a half, somewhere in there? And that's pretty thick sole too. And if he was 5'7", I wouldn't be surprised they leaned towards getting him up a little higher. How tall was Natalie Wood, by the way? That was Natalie Wood, right? Sal Mineo, Natalie Wood, James Dean. I only know that because I was recently reading up on it. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Probably should try to hunt it down and watch it again. Natalia Wood. Height. She was 5'2", so they really didn't have to make him that much taller. Not like Not like if you star Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, you got to make him a lot taller. All right, let's go dig up one of our boot files. Let's do an open. Let's not save this. Let's go head over into projects and let's go down to probably I got a shoe folder. Shoes begins shoes. There we go. Let's try that. Let's sort by date modified and find the most recent version. Storm Rider. Let's try this here. My low poly boot base. We'll start there. Open that up. This has got a pair of boots. Those heels are actually a little shorter than what we're going to do, and these soles probably need to be a little bit thicker. We're definitely not going to use those, though. I think those became the Storm Rider boots. Although maybe I'll just start from the beginning. Do I have a copy of my low in here? Boot base. Let's hide that. Let's hide that. Let's start with a block to tell me how high I need my heel. So let's get a cube in here, and we're going to make that. Let's see, an inch is 25 millimeters. Maybe we'll go with 35. We'll do 35.035. That's a little, you know what, I'm going to make that a little bit, 0.025. I think we'll go with a 1-inch heel. We'll see how this looks. So we'll get that lined up right about there. So this tells me what kind of foot pose I need. I need a foot pose where the heel is going to be right about in there, and the other part will be right about there. So we'll start looking. Okay, so that's a flat foot. So that is, so I just have all these kind of generic, and let's move you over. Is that going to be about right? That might be that might work well right in there. I'm not sure what that is. That might be like a 15 or a 20 degree or factor bend, but I think we're going to do that. Okay, do I have a useful, do I have my low poly? There's my old low poly boot. You know what? I think I'm going to just steal the bottom of this and we'll go from there. This thing is rotated about 6 degrees, so let's straighten that up. And let's save this out, file, export. And I don't want to call it James Dean or Rebel Without a Cause. Actually, do we want to say Rebel? Do we want to say 50s Rebel? Let's see. Let's check what's in the Daz store. Let's see what Daz has got for sale. It's called Rebel. That has an N in it. Rebel doesn't have that many N's in it. Let's try this again. And we're actually going to call it the 50s Rebel or 1950s Rebel. Probably 50s Rebel because I'm trying to shorten it down. See, this guy's got kind of a rebelish look to him. Let's put that over there. How many pages of Rebels do we have? There's some Rebels. Rebel pilots. Rebel Rider outfit, boots. I think I can probably get away with Captain Rebel. I'm thinking 1950s Rebel is probably... There was a 50s outfit for Genesis a long time ago, which might look similar to this. We'll go take a look at that. We're just double checking. I'm thinking 50s Rebel is probably going to be good. 50s Rebel outfit. And I think I might just do this for Genesis 9. Because this is going to be a male outfit. So I don't really feel like spending time making a Genesis 8 male outfit. Those always just got half the sales of any of the female stuff. So I don't know if I'm gaining a lot by making going through all the extra effort to make a Genesis 8 version of it. Hey Chris, is there anything that will convert Genesis 3 hair to, or Genesis 3 hair to Genesis 2 hair? I mean, are you converting from Genesis 3 to Genesis 2? Is that what you're doing? We'll take a look at DAZ and see. I haven't loaded up I'm not sure. I've got a. Which figure are we going to? Genesis 3 or Genesis 2? You had a question posed to me you never thought about because I can move hair around pretty easily inside of DAZ, and they want to know if it could convert to Genesis 2. There might be a converter from 3 to 2. I don't know. Let me take a look. I'm not entirely sure I got a stream safe Genesis 2 though. I'm going to have to move DAZ over to screen 2 for a second. I think my name's going to be fine. We'll take a look at the 1950s outfit from DAZ in a minute. But first, let's go take a look at. Let's do this and let's do this. I don't even have a Genesis 2 up here. I'm going to have to load that from my library. So we're going to move that over to screen 2 for a second while I go dig up a Genesis 2 and see what our conversion options are. Hum. I have bought a fair number of converters. I don't know if I picked up a converter that goes from 3 to 2, although I may have at one time. So we'll see what sort of options we have over here. I mean, I would just convert it into an object, line it up, and then just rig it, but that's just me. You're talking about hair. You're talking about taking a Genesis 3 hair and fitting it to a Genesis 2 character, right? Am I understanding you? Hair for Genesis 3, and you want to put it on Genesis 2. Yes, okay. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Let me go find my Genesis 2 and see what happens if we just try to see if I've got the options built in. How do you spell Genesis 2 again? There we go, Genesis 2. And we're probably talking the female figure. And that's loading up over here on screen 2 because it might be naked. If it's naked, we'll swap out the body texture here. Oh, she's not naked. What do you know? I did have that covered. All right, so we got our Genesis 2 there. Let's go find a Genesis 3 hair. Hopefully I can get over. I'm going to hide my content library right over there where you can't see it while I go look at Genesis 3 hairs just in case we pass something that's not quite. All right, that looks like it got in there fairly safe. Let's try this Addison hair. Addison hair for Genesis 3. There's also a Genesis 8 version of this. So if I just take that and drop it, let's see if I get any options here. So we get the auto fit. I do have an option for Genesis 3. So somewhere there's a Genesis 3 option for these things. I don't know if that comes with DAZ and Genesis 2 these days or not. So I mean we can do that. We should just then be able to choose hair, shoulder length hair. Accept that. So out there somewhere is an option to auto fit, and I don't know if it's actually built in or if I picked that up as extra. Let's double check. Let's go shopping at DAZ. See if there is a converter for 3 to 2. I may have paid for a converter for 3 to 2, which may be why I have the option. Or it may just come with Genesis 2 these days. I don't know. Daz will sometimes add that stuff back in. You know, after they make the new character, they sometimes will add in the auto fit for the older character. But, I mean, that seemed to go well enough. Let me see if I can ascertain where that actually comes from. I'm trying to think how auto fitting works. I don't remember. Let's go shopping at Daz. We're still shopping at Daz. Let's type in convert, and let's see if we can do that. Go to and see if we get any options. We got a pose converter. I got a bone minion. Bone minion for Genesis 2. It's not what we're looking for. Character converter. Genesis 2 female to Genesis 8. We want to actually go the Genesis 3 to Genesis 2. Auto fit. Victoria 4 to Genesis 2. That is free. I think that's from Sickle Yield. But that's as original these days. So what we want is auto fit that goes from 3 to 2. So that's not it. That's an animation. That's a pose converter. Maybe I gotta Google this. Let's try Daz auto fit Genesis 3 Genesis 2. This auto fit clone works pretty well. What do we got here? Most likely you want this. Genesis 3 to Genesis 2 female should be able to auto fit. I wonder if if that's what I'm looking at. If you should, yeah. Oops. What am I got here? How did that get flagged? Why is Daz flagged as a non-secured site? I'm going to open that up in my Brave. That's a little weird. Does it just have to do with the way... If I just copy this... Well, there is this. Oh, and I have purchased it, so that may be where I picked up that clone from. So that's a Genesis 3 female to Genesis 2 females. And apparently I have that. And it seems to... I mean, it's on sale for $11.52, which if you get all those weird discounts might take it even lower. So I'm guessing that's probably where my clone probably came from. So what does Blender have to do with it? I'm sorry, I'm a little confused. Is he fitting stuff to Genesis 2 and taking it to Blender? Get him to send me a link. Yeah. There we go. There's the link for anybody who wants it. So I'm fairly sure that's probably what I'm using when I just did this hair here from 3 to 2. And it seems to do okay. I mean, you can always parent hair too if you'd rather, but you know, you were asking about doing a conversion. And is there a... Another option is you can always, if you have like a clone shape on your Genesis 3 for a Genesis 2, you could like maybe dial that in and then export out the hair so that it's shaped to fit a little bit better. That's another thought. But you know, I would just do this because I have it on hand. Okay, let's take a look at that 1950s outfit and see how that was looking. It was for Genesis, not Genesis 8 or Genesis, actually just Genesis. So I have no qualms about making something that would be similar, especially since I'm sourcing it from James Dean and not actually Daz. But I just want to take a look at what they have already. I think we're just going to type in 1950s. Hey, thanks for that shout out for Charles there, Art. I appreciate that, man. Did that come up with nothing? Am I hiding stuff? Is Daz being a butt? Daz is being a butt. Let's try 50s. Daz is being, oh, that's better. And of course, my stuff is at the top. Let's. Is there a checkbox for Genesis over here? There's Genesis. This is the outfit I was thinking of that came out for Genesis. That's different. That's got a belt. And that's got, that looks like it has saddle, ox, or basically dress shoes with socks. We're not doing that. This is more of a, I think it's more of a leathery jacket than the James Dean jacket. So I think I'm good. This is just called Casual 1950s Male. We're going to call ours 50s Rebel. Do I want to spell that out or do I just want to say 50s? I think I'm just going to say 50s Rebel. That'll save me a couple of characters in the title because I have to call it D-Force 50s Rebel Outfit Genesis 9. Yeah. So that will be the official name when we ever make this. Anyhow, back to making boots. So we're going to make engineer boots, not like that are going to look kind of like, where did my engineer boots go? I already lost my engineer boots. Oh no. Oh, the horror. That was Marlon Brando. Not from the Wild Ones. There's another movie I haven't seen in a long time either. Back when Marlon Brando was good. Where did these boots go? There we go. I'm gonna model mine after this. I have a copy of this on my hard drive somewhere. First things first, let's just start blocking this out. So I don't want that. I do want this. I'm just gonna steal this soul and we're just gonna go from there. And I've hid my chat, sorry. You loved him in Dr. Moreau? That's on the waterfront. And Streetcar. We actually rewatched Streetcar not too long ago. Was that Vivian Lee? Marlon Brando? I could have been a contender. Well, that was Waterfront. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. What was he? He was like paid to take a fall, and that was it. RY6, that's the wrong way. RY minus 6, that's probably going to work. I'm going to just pop into here. I just want this stuff right here for right now. So we're just going to delete the rest of that off. And that's going to be my starting point. Let's just kind of line that up. I think I'm in the ballpark. What is my orientation on this? I might tweak this a little bit. if we say local, hey, my local orientation is correct. Cool. I like it when that happens. Let's take these and pull them out a little bit. All right, let's get this to fit the foot. So we'll just take that, roll that up there. Is there a little bit of a curve in the toe? There's a little bit of a curve. We're going to put a little bit of a curve in that toe. But first, let's get this heel in place. So we're just going to pull that heel up there. I think I'm going to pull that point in. Let's straighten that up. I'm just going to do is it G-stretch? Yeah, we're just going to do a little bit of G-stretching on these to straighten them out with the loop tools. So that looks good. Just to give you an idea what he's trying to do, he takes Genesis 3 characters, moves them in over to Blender, converts them to Genesis 2, and then transfers them in a program called VAM. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one, but it's similar to DAZ Studio, but the animations are a whole lot easier. Ooh, I am not familiar with VAM. Let's slide these down a little bit. Of course, I am interested now. Let's flatten that stuff all out like that. Maybe put a little bit more that. And I probably should put a cut right through here so we can bring that toe up a little bit. So yeah, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put a bevel right there so I can grab these. And we'll slide that out to there. I want to straighten that up with the G-stretch. And that way we can kind of bring this toe up just a little bit like that. So we get a little bit of that curve in there on the front. All right, let's put our modifier on here. Do I want to do the, yeah, we're going to do that. Let's come over here and do the thing. What am I looking at? I'm looking over here. No, right here, right here. Do I have any modifiers on here? I just have a mirror modifier on here right now, don't I? Let's add a subdivision. Let's tab out. Oh, I gotta do arg. Some days I just forget how to do things. Let's add a subdivision surface on that. Are you not? I think my points. No, why are you not subdividing? His boots have buckles on the front? Okay, we'll put buckles on the front. We'll go with the one with the buckles on the front. Yeah, that red jacket could become a brown leather jacket so easily. Oh, wait, there's a picture. Let's see if we can... Oh, you can't see the boots. They're right there. They're in front of us. We're not making the suit. Hey! Oh, this was in Los Angeles. Did they say it was supposed to be LA? I remember the Griffith Observatory in this movie now. It's coming back to me. Where's the buckles, dude? It's so close. Oh, wait. I see feet. Let's see if we can zoom in and get a look at these. Right there. Oh, oh. Missed it. Dang it. Now I got the stupid ad in the way. Oh, so close. They're right there. They're right there. There they are. I can't see. It's too dark. They definitely do look like boots. I can add the buckle on later though. That Natalie Wood was so cute. All right, why are you not doing anything? It's like I got something. On Miracle on 34th Street? I have not seen that since I was a kid. Why are you... What is going on here? Why is this not subdividing? It's like there's a... I don't know, let's just take all my creasing off. There's a main vertex crease in here somewhere. Alright, now let's try. I'm still not getting... What the heck? What the heck? I've got nothing... Oh, wait. Nope. That's not it. I don't know. What if I put a subdivision modifier on here? What is going on? Why is that still there? Blender's being weird. See, this says Ringmaster boot, which tells me I'm probably... what the hell? Is this something brand new? Don't you just hate it when you suddenly just can't figure out something that you used forever? Starts working weird. Let's file. Did I save this already? I did not. Let's do save as. Rebel boot. Hey, Napsmore. How are you doing? I'm trying to apply a modifier to something, but for some reason my modifiers is stuck on looking at something else. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to kind of delete everything I don't need in here. That's the basic boot. So, maybe we could just get rid of these. See, there we go. For some reason, my modifiers just wasn't getting off one of those other boots. Let's see if we're back into business now. That's better. That's all we wanted, right? All right, let's shape this out. And do I want a mirror modifier? I don't need a mirror modifier yet because we're going to end up going over into Marvelous Designer to kind of try to fit the boots that way. So we're going to try to make a boot that looks kind of like this. That's really chunky. Of course, when you're 5'7", Hollywood wants you to have as many inches as possible, I suppose. So this is kind of the sole shape we're going for. maybe like that. I'll pull you out a little bit like that. I'm going to G-stretch that again so it's all in one nice even line. I think I want to move these in a little bit this way. Yeah, I do want to leave that so that it flattens out there. Although maybe, you know what, I'm going to maybe slide this a little this way and then bring it back up again. So we're going to reflatten these out. And I'm going to cheat. We're not going to actually fit straight to the heel. We're going to be close. But we're just going to hide the fact that the heel doesn't flatten down in the back. I mean, we could fit this a little better, but it's going to be inside a boot, so who cares? It's probably a lot of people who care. Can we just... there's a way to straighten this out from point to point. I think, you know, if I scale X0... Did I have proportional editing turned on? I did. Let's maybe turn proportional editing on. I didn't realize that was there. All right, maybe that'll be good. Maybe I'm just going to rotate this a little. And then I'm going to tweak, and then we're going to straighten some stuff out. And I think I might be in the ballpark. Why are you not sliding? Because I have two of you selected. I want you over there. I want you a bit over there. I think those are going to be fine. Is that what I want there? Maybe I'm going to rotate that just a little bit. And bring you back. Let's re-straighten that back up. And then I'm just going to realign that back to there. And I don't know, maybe I need to I think I'm going to just try to straighten those up. VAM as in Veritamate. I'm not familiar with that. I have to hunt that down, check it out. Not that I have time for that sort of thing. I think that's going to be fine. Let's see if we can get this all set up into... let's make a copy of this. And all I want is just that one part of a foot, and we're going to export that out. So let's tab into here. Let's look at this from the front. Let's turn on the X-ray. Let's grab the part of the foot I want to keep. Do that. We'll delete these off. And then I'm just going to call that boot foot. And actually, I should start setting up a new folder for this. So let's start saving stuff. F6. Let's just export out the selected. Let's go up into projects, and this is going to be in the 50s. I'm going to put this in my 50s folder, and we'll call this Rebel. I don't think I have a Rebel. So here, let's make a new folder for Rebel outfit. I'll just call it Rebel. Let's put a whip folder in here. And we'll just put this in here. Rebel boot foot. And I'm going to say G9 so I can remember what that was. And nope, you go there. Now I got this extra. Okay, that should be good. Let's save out the sole. I'm going to call that. Let's tweak that shape just a little bit. Let's see if we can just maybe give it a little bit more curve. Maybe not that much. Maybe it does curve a little bit, a fair amount up the front, don't they? That one doesn't. The other ones did. All right, let's bring that curve down a little bit. I still want a little bit of a curve. It gives it more character. Is that the... I'm tweaking. Okay, I think I kind of want that shape. We'll see how this goes. All right, now we got to check on this, Charles. Damn you guys. Bam. 3D animator. Animator app. We said VAM. I'm sorry, I'm spelling it wrong. VAM 3D. How to install VAM. Vertamate. That might be what we're looking for. Vertamate. Well, that sounds like I'm not sure I can look at that here on stream. I'm starting to wonder. That's like a virtual 3D dating creator software. We're going to put this over on screen too for a second while I check it out. Vertamate software. Vertamate. The warning: this website is for adults only. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out off stream. All right, what have I done? What have I think I'm done shaping this. So I need to give it UVs. I'm awful quiet? What do you mean? What do you mean? I was thinking. Let's do that. We need a UV texture on here. And we're gonna, you know what? Let's do a duplicate. Did that not duplicate? Oh, I'm inside. Tab. Shift D. Let's hide that. Let's apply that. Let's do some UV editing in here. Let's do that. Looks good. Actually, I want to round this out a little bit better, I think, and then we're almost ready to go. That thinking stuff seldom goes well. All right, we're going to back up here. All right, we're going to delete that. I want to reshape that heel just a little bit further before we, I'm not quite happy with how that's looking. Yeah, I think I want maybe you over there a little bit. And let me see if I can maybe just rearrange these a little. Is that the shape I want? Maybe I can live with that. Let's see how this goes. All right, let's make a copy of that. Let's hide that. Let's apply this. Let's tab in here and let's UV map that. And that's pretty good because that'll mirror nicely. Okay, so this is what I'm going to save and load up into Marvelous Designer. And then we can try to make pattern pieces for these shapes and see if we can get this knocked out in Marvelous Designer. We'll see how that goes. So there's a strip in the back that comes down the heel. I'm just assuming that that might be how it looks. Is there a back picture for this? Now I'm just talking crazy, aren't I? We'll add the straps in Blender. There's a little tab on the back. I don't know if I'm going to include that because that'll probably make deforcing a little bit more tricky for the jeans. So I think we're going to maybe just leave that little tab off. And I'm kind of familiar with the patterns for these. And I can kind of maybe block that out. And this is mostly cylinder with a slit. And then we'll add a little piece on the inside. I think I'm good to go. Okay, let's export this out. And that's going to be Rebel Soul. Rebel Boot Soul, actually. Rebel Soul is a Dream On song. Exclamation point 3. Reb L Soul. There we go. All right, let's take a look at how this works in Marvelous Designer. I know I've spent an hour and all I have is a soul to show for it. Oh, you must have heard Vegemite? And you thought it was Vertimate? Is it potted meat or is it some sort of weird yeast thing? Am I getting the yeast thing mixed up with something else? Not sure. You'll try to Google again. Vegemite, not Vertimate. Yeah, not Vertimate, but Vegemite. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's get in our foot. So we're going to do File, Import OBJ. Let's head over here. So we're back in the 50s this week. And we're working on this Rebel there. And here's our foot. So that's going to be my avatar. Yeast and veggies. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's like a spread. Just like cream cheese, but in no way like cream cheese. Say okay to that. All right, let's load in. Let's load in our soul as a pattern piece. I think somebody asked me recently about doing shoes in Marvelous Designer. So here you go. We're doing shoes in Marvelous Designer. We're doing part of a shoe, though. I do a lot of it in Blender, too, though. I could probably do this all in Blender, but I don't know. I kind of want to get those pattern shapes in Marvelous Designer. Works a little nicer with that. And I forgot what I'm doing. I'm importing OBJ to garment. We're going to take this sole. We're going to open that up. I'm going to, I think, add that, and it comes in like that. Okay, so one thing we do not want to do is we do not want to simulate. You know what? Did I make a pattern piece out of this? I did not. I'm going to do this again. I gotta I have to make a pattern from it. I forgot to do that. Import add obj to garment. So, okay, I forgot to check this trace 2D pattern from the UV map. I need that. Say okay. Did that not work? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working today. Damn you. Let's see what could be going. I'm going to try this again. Sometimes it doesn't like to do this. So do that. So I have that there. I'm going to do this. It's going to be a garment. I'm going to say okay. I don't see anything, but we know it's there. So let's try this again. Let's come over here to UV editing. Let's just make this a little bit smaller maybe. Also, which way are my... I want to make sure the normals are on the bottom. So let's double check that. Yep, that looks good. I think that's going to be fine. See, if I can't get this loaded in with a pattern piece, I can't use it for sewing. All right, let's try this again. Layout. Export. Sold. Maybe material groups. I don't know. See, I do have UV coordinates. Do I need a material something in here? Let's try that. Let's try importing again. All right, I see it there in my preview window. Let's open that up. Once again, we're going to do an add garment. I want to trace the 2D pattern so I can sew stuff to it. Say okay. That did not come in. Or did it? No, that's the shadow of the foot. Yeah, I'm not seeing. This is annoying. Did I just export only the selected? I do have selected only on. Okay, if I do that, it loads up. For some reason, it's not tracing out this pattern, which it should be doing. Is there a way to just convert that trace pattern? I mean, we got a UV. I see that. It's right there. That's right. I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Actually, I keep making minor changes. What really is happening. And then trying it over. Yeah, it just won't bring it in. It just keeps bringing in this foot. Well, that's going to be annoying. Let me, How bothersome. Is it because the ground is too low? Let me try something. Yeah, I keep trying some stuff, don't I? So if I put that up there and undo it, and then come over here, and my hotkeys aren't working in here anymore, so we'll try this again. Yeah, it's just not, it didn't bring it in. Oh, bother. You do have UV mapping. You are looking fine. You're looking so fine. Maybe I need to set up a material. Maybe that's what my problem is. Let's try that. Actually, let's put this back. And then let's make sure we have a material in here. Maybe that's what it is. And then let's re-export that. And then see if that was makes a difference. Nope, nope, nope. Cancel. I'm importing. That one. Nope, that still didn't do it. Very annoying. All right, I'm just going to have to model this in Blender. So the gods have decreed. All right, back to layout. We're just going to switch back to this basic boot over here. Going to hide you, and we're going to work off of this. And I'm going to try to, I'm going to have to kind of lay this out with these lines here. So I'm going to have to try to make sure I got a couple points lined up right about where I want to do these. Then we're just going to pull all of this up, try to shape this. Probably, damn you, Marvelous Designer. Are you about where I want these? Yeah, I think those are going to be good. Let's G-stretch those back into a nice line. Cheap viewers? Who's calling my viewers cheap? Azergust. You know what's going to happen to you. Your fate has been sealed, and it's not a pretty one. Well, maybe it is a pretty one. I don't know. Anyhow, thank you for playing our game, but bye-bye. All right, let's do this. And then let's put a crease on here. Like that. All right, now we're making a boot. Okay, right about here. And then that's going to come up over here. I'm going to put a little bit of a round in there. And this is going to come maybe up a little bit higher. So, you know, maybe we'll just pull this down a little bit to start with. You're going to come around the back of the heel over here. Likewise, you two are going to kind of follow around. I'm going to kind of just do it this way so I can kind of see these shapes I want. So that's going to end up in around here. Nope, wrong point. It'll kind of work there. Okay, I think I actually do want to put a cut through there. And I think I'm going to put we'll bridge these, pull them up, and then I'm going to connect that. So for right now, we'll just do that like that. I'm just going to put a loop cut through the middle of those. And we'll just try to get that to line up a little bit better. I'm going to add cuts there, but not right now. Okay, I think you're going to come over here. You're probably going to come up and around here. Kind of like that. I'm eventually going to fill this in with something. You know what? You need to be over here. And also I need to put a couple of... so let's put a loop cut through here. And another one over there. And get these to fit in a little bit better. There we go. Actually, let's just pull you out that way. Alright, we're getting there. Building our shape. So I think, where on the heel? There's my ankle. So I do want, this actually probably should be all the way up here. Maybe we can just pull that up a little bit. And then I think maybe we're going to slide that down, because that's going to be right through here. Slide that down and out a little bit. And we'll just kind of pull you down and out. And actually, you kind of sort of need to be up, or you just need to be over. Yo, it's Rod Shelley. Had an appointment at the dentist. I'm sorry. So those teeth work now? We're making boots. You know what? That looks like a good line there. I still need to put, I need loop cuts in here so I can pull this up. So I'm going to need another loop cut through here. So right through there, and another one right through there. And then I can pull those up to give me this shape here. And we can probably start kind of rounding this around. Getting this rounded out will be a little trickier. And finishing up that toe, I might just need to put another couple of loop cuts in here for that. And then I think I can somehow finish these up into quads or something like that. Oh, yeah, boots. not the T in the TNA. All right, I'm going to pull these out here. Nope. Did I accidentally have a loop cut I didn't need? You know, some days you just don't select what you want to click on. And how many times do I need to take you up? Maybe one or two. This will probably end up coming through here, and I got to figure out some way to fill in through here. So this probably come into here. So I need that once, and then we kind of need it twice. So it's going to end up looking something like that. I think I'm going to widen it out a little, flatten it up. And then we can start shaping. You know what I might do is I might actually apply the subdivision modifier and then go ahead and start fitting stuff together. Let's see. We need a little slit over here on this side. So I think I'm going to try to figure out how I want to connect these up. Do I want to do that in... Are you going to come this way? You go that way. You go this way. And that means I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so we're going to need like 12. So I'm going to need like a little 12-part circle to start up here. So let's Shift A. Let's drop a circle in. Let's call that 12. Let's get up on the top. And this is going to just start the cylinder part of the boot. And at some point in the future, we're going to just connect that up. So I just do that. That's going to come down a couple of times, and eventually I'm going to weld it into the rest of it. Although I think maybe, and I'm pretty sure I want to squish that a little bit on the X. Maybe we'll widen up a little on the Y. I need to put a split right in here at some point. How high? Right about there, actually. These are James Dean boots. That's what we're working on today. We're doing a James Dean outfit. Because that's classic 50s. Also, if we recolor the jacket, we have Arthur Fonzarelli. AKA the Fonz. I didn't like that. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly right. Hey! Hey, is that a shark in a tank? I think I'm going to jump that. I'm thinking. Is that tall enough? Maybe a little bit taller on this, actually. That's probably going to be tall enough. Does that mean I want to just add maybe one more level like that? I think so. Take that in a little bit. Take that in a little bit. I clicked on the wrong thing. Take that in. It's probably going to be fine. I think I'm going to slide it all back a little. Although this might start sliding. Okay, let me get this. Let's clean these things up a little. Pull that out. Can you go in? You're probably good. Oh, and there needs to be a strip down the back. I forgot about that. Right through here. So you know what I gotta do? I gotta line one of these up with that. So this shape is all janky now. Dang it. Where is my center? My center's here, so I need something that lines up with that. I think maybe we just crank this over. Over a little like that. And then I just got to pull these in to kind of line up with this. It's probably a way to even those out. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dissolve. We're going to dissolve that. Actually, we're not going to do it that way. Dissolve edges. There we go. And then I'm just going to dissolve the edges over here. And then we're just going to take that. I'm going to use a bevel to give me a nice even. And actually, let's straighten that up like that. And then we're just going to use a bevel. Let's try that again. A bevel like that. So that gives me that nice even. And then I'm going to line this up so it's a little even and lines up with that. And that's going to be our, it'll build our strip in the back. So I'm probably just going to slide that over a little bit and pull it out some. I'm just going to do a little bit with that too. I think that'll work. This is looking jankier and jankier every time I... All right, let's tweak the shapes here. All right, we'll just go into point mode. I'm going to turn this off. And we'll just push points until they hit stuff. There we go. Probably good. You know what? I'm probably just going to pull that out. Those should stay straight, so I just want to push that back and forth. And that, I think maybe, let's see how that works out. Pull you out and bring you around this way. You know, you should have a little more curve to you, right? Oops. So this is just what we do. We're just kind of going to push these around until it looks good. Nope, I grabbed the wrong point. I think I'm in the ballpark. Take these out maybe a little bit further. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna just put a. How do I do that splitty thing again? How do we do the splitty thing? Let me see if I can remember how that's done. Is it edge? I always forget how to do this split seam thing. Let me see if I can figure it out again. Do I right click and then do edge split? That was it, edge split. I'm going to do an edge split there. And then I think what I'm going to do is, this is going to be an extrude that's going to come to here. But I'm going to make a face right there. And then later on, I'm going to connect these up. And then I want to do the kind of the same thing over here. Edge split that. And we're going to take a point, and that's going to come, nope. Uh-oh, ad break starts in 3 minutes. Today was from the dentist. Last night it was from Microsoft support. The dentist was a lot less painful. Doh. You're comfortably numb. I heard that somewhere once. Let's do this. All right, let's make a face right there. That did not look like it. I think I got the wrong point selected. There's a point back. There's a point right there I want. There it is. These are the ones I want to make a face with. There we go. And then at some point we're going to re-weld all of this stuff together. For right now, I think that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is maybe crease those up. Can we do that? Yep. That's kind of the shape I want there. You know what? I want these to be over here. They're too far back. And then at some point I'm going to want to connect these to those. But do I want to do that now? Maybe I'll split this stuff off and connect it to this. And then we'll try to re-weld stuff back together later. I think maybe I'll do that. And can I bridge those? Something in here says bridge edge loops. Something like that. Although I definitely know I'm going to want an extra in there. And we totally want these to be straight. And I think I'm going to, we'll switch over to view. And what's the red? The red is X, scale X. I'm just going to straighten those up like that. I'm just going to straighten that up like that. Do I got proportional? Oh, you looped back around again on me, didn't you? All right, we're going to go with that for right now. I probably want to, we'll just put some creases on that. Oops. Creases on this one right here, just to, boy, some days. And then somehow we're getting there. Okay, so this loops through here. This is gonna loop. Yeah, that's gonna loop to here. There's gonna be another row right in here. And this needs an extra cut, probably right there and right there. So we just need a little loop cut in there to fill that out later on. All right, let's fix this tongue shape. It's going to look a little bit like that. I think that's probably a good spot for those. Maybe we bring you down a little. I want to bring you in a bit. Yeah, I think that might be fine. All right, do I need to put... No, that's a nice round shape, and I kind of have that there. Although mine is a little... It's not exact. All right, let me work on getting the toes finished off. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to apply the subdivision, then we're going to fill in these gaps. And that'll help me keep some of these round pattern shapes. I think that's good. I think we're going to just shape these toes a little bit. Bring those down a little. Maybe bring these down a little. Am I looking at this from the front? There's the front. So the toe's going to... I just clicked on the wrong thing. Toe's going to come up through there. And do I just want to bring this around and then down? I think maybe. Am I going to put tries in here? Or are you going to be a quad? One. To do that as a quad, I need another loop or two in that toe. Do I want to add another loop or two through here? Probably not. Let me see how I can close this toe off. I mean, I can put a quad here. Well, let's see how that works. If we just 1, 2, 3, 4, fill that. And then let's just fill. You know, that's not too bad. Not crazy about those, but I think we're going to just maybe either slide these back a little bit. Yeah, and that kind of gives me this little round shape. Let's take a look at our boots. Not too bad. Oh God, I'll have to tell you about last night with MS's excuse for support. It's been a long story and I was ready to push the big red button last night. Oh no. What the hell did MS do now? Those evil bat rastards. I'm kind of tempted to jump to the next step. Let me see if I draw you back to here. I do want to put a split up in here. Maybe I'll do that on the next level. Let's move along. Let's tab. Let's shift D. Oops. Let's shift D. Let's hide that. Let's apply our subdivision. Let's come into here and let's just weld stuff up and build shapes. I'm going to start assigning materials because that's going to become important pretty soon. So that's going to be a sole. I probably have a sole material already in here somewhere. That is not. That's what I'm looking for right there. Let's do this. Why do I not see? Oh, it's because I gotta. There we go. There you are. There we go. You are going to be the sole. And of course, I don't have any materials in here, so everything's now a sole. Damn it. Actually, let's undo that. Let's put boot in here. Do I have a boot? Boot. We got boot. There we go. Whole thing is now boot. Now we can assign that to sole. And did I hit assign? I did now. Let's make this heel. Let's come through here. Actually, this should be... Do I want to call this heel? Because this is a heel. Let's... Back. I mean, it's all kind of arg. Boot heel. Let's try that. And I'm going to assign that. I'm just going to temporarily hide that because what I want to do is I want to do that and also make all of that part of this. And then we'll just bring everything back. Alt H. And let's give that a color. Happy Cappy color. Nope. There you are. All right, happy color. This is going to be, I probably have something that says upper. And why are you not, did I not assign you to the sole? What the farfignugan? Oh, you know what? I think I have something in here that I don't need to see. There we go. That's better. Yeah, let's hide the sole. Then I can just control L that, and then I think there'll be, I think I got something that says upper. Puppy uppers and doggy downers. Wasn't that Saturday Night Live from the 70s? I vaguely recall Dan Aykroyd. What are we doing? I said new. I have something that says upper. I do have a boot upper. Look at that. Let's assign that. Let's give that an obligatory color. Another obligatory color, because I think I have something that's bluish. Here, let's do over that. All right. Now what we have to do is just fill in the gaps, and most of the gaps are going to be boot. So I think the idea is we're going to just weld these down. Then we're just going to fill in with boot here. And I think, and then I'm going to reshape a little bit. So let's get to that. I don't even need this sole for this right now. So we're just going to do a lot of merging. And mostly merging at last. And I'm just going to slide that a little, smooth it out. And then we're just going to do the same thing over here. Uh-oh. You're too close. I can't select the other point in there. Oh, I got you. There we go. And smooth that out just a little bit. I think that's good. Let's weld down these. Gonna do the same thing. Merge at last. Oh, I still had that selected. Dang it. Gotta remember not to select the... There we go. You can merge by distance, but I want to make sure that they're all lined up on the last spot. So I'm just manually doing this so I can make sure, because I want them to be here. Merge by distance would just put them into the center, which isn't too bad. But down here especially, I want those to be at the last. And this one in particular really needs to go over there. And we'll work our way back up. Oops, I think I missed one. Did I? Oops, look at that. I accidentally merged from the other side. Let's back up a little bit. There we go. All right. That and merge. Okay. Now I just need to fill these gaps in, and I think I can do this and then put a cut through there. So we're just gonna maybe do that. Do that. And these all need to be boot. So we gotta select all of those again. Assign those to the boot. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Then I'm thinking you connect to that. So let's see if we can maybe do... phone made a noise. Hold on. Alright, I think I can ignore that. Let me just do a quick check. Make sure bankers aren't panicking. Alright, I think I'm good. Okay, put you back. Alright, let's do that. And let's... Can I just make you boot? And then maybe... Fill. Why do you gotta choose the ones that I don't want? It's like it knows. It's like it did that on purpose. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be boot heel 2. You're supposed to be boot heel. Damn you. You actually want to assign those to boot. And then we're just going to kind of maybe do the same thing over here. And I missed again. And then we want to fill those out through there. But I want those all to be boot. And then I have to think... I think this connects to that. And we want you to be boot. And likewise, I think this will connect to this. Although this is, actually, that might go over there. Yeah, let's undo that. I'm a little confused. I need to fill in some of this. So what I need 1, 2, 3 cuts. Like that. Like that. I think... Did I need an extra cut right in there? I'm not sure, but let's find out. So if that goes to there... Does that look about right? That might be right. Yeah, now I'm having a... Now it becomes a puzzle. We'll get there. So what do I got here? I got one. I got two, right? And somehow that has to come down into here. These have to come over to here. We'll get it. We'll get it. And this one's easy. That one I should just be able to fill in like that. Although, of course, they're the wrong color. But we can fix that. We have the tools. And I gotta fix that shape. And this, we definitely need to put a cut there and a cut there. So we can fill in those gaps up there. And then I have to figure out how to get these holes. Actually, I might have these might just be able to go away. And then maybe I can, or I could put a quad there, a quad there, and a quad there. That's goofy AF. I might not want to do that. I might want to remove that line and that line, and then just weld this down into here, and then figure out how to get this filled in. Maybe I don't need this line through here. We're getting there. I got 8 minutes. Well, these are easy. Let's fill those gaps in. And you know what? Maybe if I do... Oh, I got the sole. I need to bring the sole back up. Alt H. So I can do this and this. So I think at this point I'm not entirely sure why I needed those. I felt like I did, but I don't think I do. So we'll just delete those, dissolve those out. And then what, I got a quad there and a quad there. Can finish that off, and I can shape it out a little bit nicer. So let's do that. And I think I can do the same thing on the other side. And those are, this all needs to be boot, so let's get this. So that's all boot. And we'll do the same thing over here. One, two, three, four, and make a face. 1, 2, 3, 4, and make a face. And then let's assign all of this to boot. And we just kind of need to, I might sculpt on this to get the shape a little bit better. I think we could. We're getting there. I have the basic parts laid out in the nice pattern pieces. So that's the important thing. We'll do the sole and the heel later. Actually, we could just knock those out right now. I think I'm going to leave an inner sole. Do I want to leave an inner sole? I don't need one for boots, so I guess not. Let's just do that. There we go. Take that up. Assign that all a sole. I need to make that a nice straight line right there, and then we're gonna, actually I like that little bit of a curve in there. I think I'm gonna leave that. This is gonna become the heel. That needs to kind of line up with wherever that is. Something like that. If I look at this from the front. So we want that right about in there. You know, this whole thing got a little... Why did you not go straight down? That is my question. What the? I gotta redo this thing. There we go. That looks like it went straight down that time. I must have nudged it or something. All right, now we're going to pull this down. That's going to become the heel. That needs to just line up there. I'm actually going to put a little bit of a heel tip on there. So we'll just pull that up just a little bit. And then we're just going to extrude that down. And then there's that little heel cap's going to go right about there. Probably going to make good on that. I'm going to fix that. We're in the ballpark, but I think I'm going to... I got a rough shape with the start of the boot. We still have to add a little slit here in the side. And also we're going to add the buckles at some point, but not today because we're just about out of time for today. Let's hit save. That's taking way too long for a save. Don't you hate it when something crashes while you're saving? Oh, hey, we got a story from Rod. Sorry, Rod, I missed the story. We're going to read story time. And Art, before that, Art said, be glad you didn't get that tech that gaslights you and tries to convince you that to do a FSU format system unconditional delete. Yeah, it's called something else these days. Wipe your whole drive. In the Rod story, I started when I had a folder on one of my drives that absolutely could not be deleted. I fought with it for almost an hour and then finally got on chat with MS support. Some guy named Mohammed. I let him do the remote connect thing. He dinked around and finally got the folder deleted. Afterwards, my icons were all on my number 2 monitor, not the main one. He went through 2 more texts, almost 3 hours to get that fixed. Oh my gosh. Did he actually say why you couldn't delete the folder? Is it some sort of weird admin permission thing that you didn't give yourself? I'm going to straighten these out. Oh, I'm still looking at this from the view. Let's go back to global. I didn't want to go all the way around there. Damn you. I want to come through here. To here. To over here. And then I want to flatten that out. Chris, catch you later. You got to go ahead and get off there. All right. Hey, take care, Charles. Thank you for being here, man. Everybody, CS Bond has left the building. Make sure you're following. Feel free to join that Discord. You know what? Did I make my copy? I think I made my copy. I did not make my copy. Let's make a copy. Shift D, because now I'm going to break this. Let's just pop over to the sculpt mode. The new sculpt mode, I have no idea how this stuff works anymore. I might try doing some relaxing. So I want to pull this out maybe a little bit. Is the alt maybe push this back in a little bit here? How do you... Nope. You know, it just doesn't work like it used to. My smoothing is so... See, that just really just took my... I went to all that trouble to make that curve, and that smoothing just said, nah, not bro. Maybe pull you back out a little bit. See, this is why I made a copy. Where is the tools? Hey, Atherin, how are you doing? Is that the... Hi. What is auto smooth? That's definitely... You know that didn't turn out too bad. I might try some relaxing too. Why are you not coming out? That looked like it pushed in, right? I did not want it to push in. I want it to come out. What brush am I using? How the hell does this thing work anymore? That's when all the girls love you, but you don't gotta try auto smooth. See that? It's going in and not out. I want it to come out. See, that kind of went out. I don't know. I may have to just go back. I might be in the ballpark. I'm going to move that. I have to add a lip. Oops. Let's take you down. You know, this low seems to be working. Nope. I'm probably gonna... It's 4 o'clock. It's past 4 o'clock. We're gonna call it here. I'm gonna try to learn how to do sculpting in Blender again. Somebody who we refer to as a Blender rocket scientist thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to completely rebuild how all these tools work. we haven't screwed up sculpting in a few versions. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's go find somebody to say hi to and call it a day. Hey, we got anybody on YouTube? Nope, nothing's going on YouTube. Anyhow, hey, if there's anybody on YouTube, bye. And then we're going to say goodbye on Twitch. Something like that. Where's the YouTube?